Good morning, it is the 2nd of December, day off today, whoop, 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 whoop. I'm just about to dye my eyebrows, actually, so you can come along the ride of how messy I actually am. I'm naturally ginger, my eyebrows and my eyelashes are just non-existent when I don't put anything on them, so every now and again, not religiously to be honest, but every now and again I will have to dye my eyebrows, otherwise they just look like they're not even there. Now I know I look very crazy right now, but I feel like because my eyebrow hairs are really like coarse, I have to like rough them up in every way, shape or form, and I look like a very, very crazy person right now. I'm very aware. But yeah, so today I've got the day off. I'm going to have a beauty treatment done. I have had filler probably about 4 times in the space of like 6 years. So I get it done like every now and again. It's not something that I religiously do because I just feel like I don't necessarily need it doing all the time. So yeah, it's the person I go to is in my local town. I actually used to go to school with her. Jade is really good, she's really calming, she is so good at her job, to the point where a lot of clients don't even realise that I've had anything done. I have very odd conversations sometimes regarding people's opinions and people's views on filler, Botox, plastic surgery, and it's funny because I've had all of those and the clients are always so shocked because they're like, yeah, well yours doesn't look ridiculous, and it's like, yeah, but most people don't do it to look ridiculous, they do it because that's how they want to look. Like, it's just a matter of your own opinion, really. So yeah, it's quite funny when clients sort of go, no, oh my god, I would have never have guessed. And I'm like, well, it's kind of the point, really. You're not supposed to know. Just been told that she's running just a little bit behind, so just decided to put a little face mask on just to get that hydration, you know. Yeah, nah. It is too cold not to come back home and put my hoodie on. Also just making a cup of tea because my hands are bloody cold, they're freezing. I can already feel the swelling starting, but even from like a distance it looks fine. But yeah, really happy with them. Again, it's not for everybody. Everyone has their own little things, I suppose. Mine's getting tattoos and filler. So it started, like I said, probably about like 6 years ago, where I just had like a little bit just to enhance my natural shape. But yeah, today we've gone for a little bit of a different technique. So we've gone for the advanced technique, and I asked Jade if we could just sort of fill out a little bit more on the sides because I find that they go quite in. I have a really, really like prominent Cupid's bow anyway, so I've always been a bit worried not to like over enhance it, but I feel like this time round they're looking good. Obviously looking a little bit bruisey around here, and especially like on the top, but that'll be fine, and it'll all swell, like the swelling will go down before Christmas. So that's all good in the hood. I'm really hungry, so I'm gonna just try and make something in the air fryer, I think. I'm feeling eggs though. Or we've got hash browns. I'm gonna do hash browns in the air fryer. So this afternoon was a little bit more eventful than I thought. My granddad actually had a fall outside his house. So he rung, after I'd just made my lunch, he rung the house phone, and luckily I was in. He sounded super shaken up, bless him. He doesn't even know how he fell over. He does have dementia, so that doesn't help. But apparently a very, very kind lady that was walking her dog came and picked him up, basically. I mean, thank God it was like a few meters away from his house, so it wasn't too bad. But yeah, so I went over there and made him a cup of tea, checked him over, made sure he was fine, gave him some painkillers because he said that his back was like hurting him a little bit. Made him a bacon sandwich, and yeah, he was back to normal, taking the mick out of me. So I think that means that he's fine. I think the thing that I find as well so upsetting about it is that, you know, the only thing that he kept saying was, I'm sorry to be a pain, I'm sorry to be a nuisance. And I'm like, you literally just fell over, like you're not being a pain or a nuisance. But yeah, I feel like a lot of older people, I'm not gonna say old people, but like a lot of older people just constantly feel like they're a nuisance. And it's like, no, you're just getting old, like you just need assistance. But they're so stubborn that they won't sort of admit that they do need a bit of help. So I did have a conversation with him about it, and thinking about getting one of those like lifeline necklaces, so that at least, because he doesn't carry a mobile phone with him, he forgets. So, you know, at least if he's got that necklace on, then it can just like alert us straight away so that we can then go. But it must be so scary getting older, and especially living on your own as well. I do think about that quite a lot, especially because I've got like a grandparent on each side. Also I've got my mum's dad and my dad's mum, and both of them live on their own. I mean, both of them get plenty of people coming round and seeing them, but it must feel so bizarre after living with your husband or wife for so many years and then being on your own, being independent, but then also feeling like your independence is slipping. At the end of the day, it's going to happen to all of us at some point, but I just hope that when I'm older, and if I do have any children or family that are looking after me, I'm just going to accept the help, because you need it. You just need it. You can't get past that, I don't think. But on a separate note, my granddad did actually remind me, don't forget your advent calendar, Stace. So guess what? That's what we're going to do now. Number 2. The one thing that I don't like about these ones is that they don't have no jokes. They don't have no like really crap jokes. I'm going to try and not drop it this time. Also, obviously you can really see the swelling now. I was trying to eat a burger earlier and I was like, it's not working. And I didn't want to deconstruct my burger because, oh my God, it was such a good buttermilk chicken burger, homemade. It was 10-10. So I was just like trying to get my mouth open. Wasn't really working. For the remainder of my evening, I'm gonna get in my Jimmy Jams, get into bed early, and I'm actually going to read. I really struggle reading since reception, really. I find it so hard to concentrate and take all the words in, and I find that I need books that I can relate to, that then allows me to kind of keep an interest and keep going. So I did have Florence Given's first book, and it was brilliant. Like, I really liked it. So I bought the second one, so I'm going to start that tonight. One thing that does help me read though is my dyslexic glasses. So when I was in the police, they sent me for a proper dyslexia test, come back positive that yeah, I was dyslexic. And then because I was using like dual screens, they said, oh, actually you can have glasses that could help with that. And I was like, never heard of that. But essentially it's the same thing as having those overlay sheets. And when I went to the opticians to have the eye test, the whole thing just like blew my mind completely. But yeah, unfortunately for me, orange was my colour. So yeah, so essentially it's like having an overlay like constantly there, which is great, and it prevents my eyes, because what my eyes do, they tend to like find where all the spaces are in the paragraphs, and my eyes just sort of follow those, and then I get distracted, and then I have to go back up again and start again, and it's such an annoying process. So because it's such an annoying process, reading has always been the bane of my life. But actually some of the things I have read, especially since having these, I'm like, I feel like I'm learning. And on that note, I'm going to get my Jimmy Jams on, so I will see you in the morning. Bye.